Welcome to Albion TV's live coverage of the NA invasion. I am your host, the Shozen One, and I am joined today by Robinhoodrs on the play-by-play and Tazzik on the cameras. We are currently just wandering around the waste here. I believe Glacial Fall Pass is where we last were on Wimple Snatch of different cloth. And Robin, I guess you could start today's coverage with letting us know a little bit about what's going on with Wimple Snatch.
Yeah, different cloth has formed up for season 15, a brand new guild. Currently only has 89 members in, but they are out and about in the NA region of the Fort Sterling map. They're growing in size. Have placed a hideout down in SSR, which is Skysand Ridge, just north of here. So, you know, planning their seed, so to speak. They are working alongside Militant as well, as they've been fighting Surf, Deity, and Slap Alliance. All three alliances versus Militant and Different Cloth, as Different Cloth was placing down their hideout. They have been successful, and I mean, already over castles for NA has been insane. We have the Trap Alliance up here, up in the north, battling it out. We just saw Dior up here as well. We got Surf up here. We got Different Cloth and Militant. I'm expecting some other ones. I believe Mighty Frogs are out and about in this region of the map. So a lot of content happening around Morgana's Rest today.
Okay. I hope we get to see some of it. We had a pretty substantial EU invasion. It started a little slow, but then it just, as always, just once it starts, that fire just keeps burning until a good hour after the territories went live. So there was a lot of action.
Yeah, I kept peeking into the stream. Obviously, I was doing my ZVZ stuff on my personal account at the same time. I believe it's like you guys were going on for quite a while. It was very active indeed for EU. Hopefully, we have the same for NA. As always, if you do have content, please whisper us in game. I am on Robinhood GM, and Shozen, who are you on?
The Chosen One.
There you go. So drop us a whisper in game if you're expecting content, mainly when you're about to dismount and start fighting. So we don't hop over to you as you're just running around the map. That's never fun. But please do whisper us so we can cover all the action for the start of season 15 on the NA coverage. And yeah, I'm going to carry on bouncing around to try and find some content here, see if anything's kicking off. We got, what, 12 minutes until the territories go live here?
Yeah, it's still a few moments until the territories go live. They do go out live at the top of the hour. We are on a 15-minute delay. So if you have reports of live coverage, please contact us in game, and it's the easiest way. I know a lot of you guys want to do it through Twitch or through Discord, but in game is really the easiest, as Robin said.
Indeed. We don't look at Twitch when we're doing this. We got too many things open anyway. It just doesn't work. But I just hopped into Morgana's Rest itself, currently just shy of 500 players sitting inside the rest at the moment here. All the big guns, Trap Alliance, Norty, Dior, I believe Surf's in here, Militant, yep, they're all there. Everyone's waiting to see who makes the first move.
While we're waiting for these guys to make the first move, why don't we tell the audience what they're moving for? What are they trying to do here? What is the point of Invasion Day? What's going on, Robin?
Well, on maintenance this morning, all territories were dropped from ownership. As you can see, if Tazzik opens up the world map real quick, the current territories have been claimed for EU. That was at 1800. Those go live for all the EU portion, but we currently have the NA ones unclaimed. The little golden crystal on top of them. So basically what happens at 01 UTC, that crystal pops a demon, and inside, what is it called? An elite
vengeful guardian lord.
Yeah. I see. I had it. I was just making sure. It's a tricky one. It's not a basic name.
I'd always call him the elite vengeful or elite veteran guardian lord instead of the vengeful guardian lord because
Mhm.
he's a veteran mob.
Yeah, yep. But that beast spawns and it will guard the territory. Basically, you either have a guild that zergs it down and takes 30 minutes, or you have a guild that has a boss team forming of about 5 to 10 people, which can get it down in about 4 to 5 minutes if they're good, and if they don't get zerged down themselves, because all these guilds are looking to try and claim these territories from one another. So we have these massive, massive groups roaming around the Outlands, clashing into each other while trying to claim territories in their quote-unquote homes. And basically, that's what we're going to be covering for probably the next hour-ish, depending.
Oh, for sure. It gets pretty wild out here. I did find the hogs finally. Be careful is out. I still can't find the lonely men.
Yeah, I hopped on Slayhead. He's not online.
He
I was
was
quite
he was
surprised.
online for the EU,
Oh.
so I'm very surprised that he's not online for the NA. Usually he is down for NA.
Yeah, normally, I mean, normally they're up at what, like 50 level disarray debuff
Mhm.
for NA. So I'm quite surprised. No hogs at the moment. I'm going to mute my mic real quick because the dog's drunk.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear that. That is gross. I'm currently trying to find out who the shot caller is for these guys. I think it's Koken. I will put it in chat for you guys.
Alrighty. Looks like Tamashi
'Cause
is on the
it's
move.
spelled just like it sounds.
Alrighty. But just as it sounds.
Mm-hmm. C0 DH.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
1EN, you know.
Sunstrand Quicksands.
Yeah. This great stuff.
Be rocking the battle mount. Level 28 disarray debuff here on them as they get into position. Looks like they're going to be aiming for their normal territories down here in the southeast region anyway. Not sure if they're going to get any competition for them. We'll have to wait and see. Tamashi, on the other hand, 34 disarray debuff in Meltwater Channel heading through. Got Militant on his screen. That's a massive blob for 34 disarray debuff. Who's walking alongside them here? It's got to be more than just Dior here, surely.
There's AAA.
There's a lot of rats out today.
Yeah.
Yeah, trap. So that whole entire cutoff behind the blob itself is all rats.
Really?
2.
Wait, that the large blob is
Yeah,
all
yep.
rat? Okay, because I'm looking at it and I am seeing names from everything. AAA, Trap, Arch, Homies, GDLR, MG1, Trap again, OnlyFans. Yeah, okay. It's a
Yeah,
bit of a
it's-
mixed bag behind them.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty. It's
Too many rats,
They
Rob.
get out in force.
Too many rats.
I think Tamashi really wants to try and get a fight here versus Militant and Different Cloth.
Versus the rats.
I just hopped on Surge and he is charging through Everwinter Gorge to the southwest gate. I don't think they really want to take a fight here. Oh,
I'm just adding
carry
to the
on.
list. Don't hop
Okay.
to that. Sorry.
Alrighty.
Actually,
Yeah.
I kind of want to go to this one. Hold on, just because it's his name. I'm just going to put it into chat. We should go check out the man. See what he's doing.
The man.
The man.
Ooh, Surf's also out of the rest now into Everwinter Gap. If they go northeast here, they're going to be going right into the path of Militant and Different Cloth here. Looks like Militant, though, have backed away from their original position. It's the game of the Diddy dance. No one wants to be the meat of the sandwich on the initial engagement. So everyone's just moving around constantly around these little groups of territories here. I need to be careful. Militant, nope, they're gone. Dominant's also shifting around. Got the new French bomb squad here as well. I'm gonna pick up a name for them. Or shall I say hype guild? I said bomb squad, didn't I?
You said bomb squad.
Yep. Yep, they're out in force as well here. Dude, this what is going on with the Fort Sterling NA region, dude? This is wild.
There's a lot of people out right now, but this is kind of what it was like on the EU as well. A lot of people out. It took a little while for people to start fighting, but like I said, once they did, it just didn't stop.
Mm-hmm. And the kiting continues, it seems. Insane. I want to try and find... I know there's probably going to be a lot of action over on the eastern side of the map around Limhurst.
Yeah. Yep. Also, like the NA part near Fort Sterling, I also heard we were going to have some content near that. Everything over on the northeast, basically.
Yep. Unfortunately for us, because we only really do shoutcasting for 1800 UTC, we have no real names to cover and follow for NA.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know who you people are, which is why we need your assistance.
Yes, please whisper us if you have content. Dude, it's all kicking off, dude.
So that's all. Never mind. That was all earlier. I thought there was a couple of time zones that were in this. Nope.
This is hilarious. We're just watching these guys just move around, like around Morgana's Rest, like maps around it is just constantly shifting.
Yeah, they're just dancing like in circles right now. It feels like
I guess while we have a little bit of downtime, Shozen, we do have some news.
We have lots of news.
Have you made the announcement about the announcement yet?
No, I haven't, Robin.
You're slacking, dude.
I'm very happy to announce, and I can announce this now, that early next week I will be able. Early this week, I guess, right? Because like I guess it's next week. You know, Tuesday's next week, right?
Yes.
Today's Saturday, technically, even though it's just around the corner. Next week, early next week, I will be able to announce when that roadmap dev talk is coming out.
Indeed.
I'm very excited for that.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the announcement.
I look forward to the announcement of the announcement.
Already been announced that there's an announcement, Robin.
Nice.
That's what just happened. We just had the pre-announcement announcement.
Wild times here.
It just never stops.
It just doesn't stop.
Man.
I do have another person that we can add to my list here. For the Voodoo Guild. Tucked away down here. Oh, Big Blob just zoned in. Is this 6?
I was gonna say it looks like people have moved out of the cities now. Everybody is out of the cities and they're out in the world and moving around. And I think we're gonna have content with Dior. I think I'm gonna keep an eye on this one because this can't just be them. Are they gonna demount? Come on, elevate. Come on, elevate.
Voodoo are running away here from 6 Alliance. They're coming down from their rear. Voodoo just splitting off into the winds here. Doesn't seem like they want to take the fight.
Yeah, Dior's not getting that fight either. I thought Dior was going to have one.
Alrighty. Well, did Drick just kill people? Nope. Okay.
There is a lot of trap out right now. They are one to keep an eye out on. Keep an eye out on what they're doing because so many trap out today.
Indeed, I will quickly do an in-game announcement real quick. So give me 1 second. I will be occupied with that, Shozen.
All right, yeah, I'm continuing to look around for content, trying to find somebody who's going to fight. We do have some PvE on Drick, so we can watch them take down a tower, which is always good. Actually, I think we've got content coming up. Let me get you a name from these guys. JX Mine. And that's the healer, so I'm gonna try to find somebody in here who's a tank, but we'll get one soon. Okay, I see Raider 94. And I don't know these guys. Do you know these guys, Tazzik?
No.
And he's
no,
muted?
Shozen,
That's okay.
I don't know these random people.
You don't know the last guard?
Absolutely. Yeah, me and Raider 94 go way back, man. Yeah, me and him, we've been out there.
Well, sometimes I'll bring up a name that I've never seen before, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I know him."
Yeah, maybe if they're a
I played Hellgates with that guy.
Yeah. My man living in White Bank Wall. I don't know who this guy is.
Where is White Bank Wall? I'm gonna have to look at it on the map.
Oh no!
We're up in those Fort Sterling areas. I knew there would be content over here. What do you realize, Robin?
I just did the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I won't have whispers for a while.
Oh yeah, good luck.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Contact the Shozen one instead of Robin. He is going to be busy. He's going to have to tell people where to find Chestnut.
Mm-hmm. I've made a grave mistake, but the announcement is live. Unfortunately, our content is not. Well, the ZVZ content is not live yet.
Yeah, well, it's happening. It's happening. It's out there. They will show up. We'll get there. It's just going to take time to find them. I am finding a lot of groups out, and it does look like people are going to be fighting soon.
Yep. Oh, Tamashi's dismounted. It looks like he is going to be hitting the back line of somebody here in Everwinter Gorge real quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might have contact over in Everwinter Gorge. It's Trap. He's going to be fighting against Trap.
And I believe Militant is also trying to zone in as well. Cluster Q is activated here. Remember, we did mention 500 people were sitting in Morgana's Rest for this area of the map before the content went live. So there's a lot of people wanting to try and get hold of some of these loot bags here. Tamashi's still on the rotation on this eastern
They're going to
side.
run into each other, though. They're like, if you over to the north and the west, there is a massive group of Trap. I can't imagine that these two groups won't fight. Let me actually take it from Mon JP's perspective as well.
Oh, here we go. Looks like Tamashi is about to hit the flanks here. I'm looking at an Icicle player for Reject Party. Not going to put down an Icicle just yet. Allowing Dior to walk up here. And it's going to be a clash of the Titans. Both sides bringing tremendous amounts of people here. And it looks like it's just a wee standoff. I mean, look how clumped Dior is here over to the eastern side as they fall back. Not looking to take the fight here. The Icicle player comes into effect. But no follow-up or anything.
It's a 34 versus a 42 here, Robin.
Yeah, I believe there is going to be a second flank here. Another big cluster Q activation.
Is that homies?
On the eastern side. Homies are here ratting today.
Yeah, I was going to say that's just rats. Yeah, that's just rats. It's a rat level of homies today.
Looks like Trap are edging up here. Finally, Mon JP right next to Tamashi. Both shot quarters for the Zergs. Edging up on top of each other. Reinforcements on that southeast door connecting as well. That could be Militant joining the fight here. They're going to be aiming to look to collapse in on Trap, I believe. We'll have to wait and see what happens. As it looks like Dior are once again rotating to the western side. No one wants to be the meat of the sandwich in these ZVZs. And it looks like it's going to be a back off just for now.
Okay, I'm getting reports of another one about to happen in Highstone Lock, so I'm going to keep an eye on that one as well.
Alrighty. Are they going to go for a bomb over the wall here? Tamashi's having a peek to see what he can see. Life curses are already on standby there for trap over the wall, so they're going to back off from that. Reject party is starting to edge their tanks down just a little bit.
All right. It looks like Addison is about to engage here on the territory. This is... I do not know these guys.
Alrighty.
Wait. Is that escalation?
Yeah.
In a new alliance?
Yeah, AoE. AoE escalation, get it?
Aha! Nice! All right, it works for me. Okay.
Great banter. It really
I was
is.
like, I don't know these guys. Wait a second, I do know these guys.
Yep, still hasn't... Well, Addison here hasn't popped his food. Needs to notice that. I don't know what Odin are doing here coming out this western side, unless they're working with them. What were Odin just doing? I was expecting a full wipe there. Escalation could have just fully deleted that whole entire clump. The reflection, though, coming out on those bombers with the gloves here. Escalation just soaking it up. A little bit split, though. They got people spread out east, west, north, all over the place. A little bit shaky on what they're looking to do. Odin are retreating. Smoke bomb comes in. That's going to block the whole entire DPS engagement. Still some gloves make it through, deleting that front line here of Odin. Addison, though, needs to be careful not to overextend his Zerg. Here comes the return engagement. Enigmatic staffs are down for the front line. And they're going to be surviving that engagement quite easily. And Addison's looking for the turn.
Oh, I'm glad that these guys messaged us for this content here. I'm going to keep an eye on what's going on with Mon JP and Reject Party as well, because it's both sides of this old Dior engaged in content at the same time.
Yeah, but it looks like 6 are also here in Highstone Lock as well, in the territory to the east. I'm not sure if they're working alongside Escalation at the moment, but Odin are on the back foot, as it looks like Addison and the boys of Escalation are not giving up the pressure here. Defensive wind walls trying to come down. It's not going to be enough. Here comes the second wave of DPS, comes crashing down over the cliff tops here. It looks like Escalation will be just full sending it. A couple Beetles and Eagles up for grabs here. It looks like that Crystal Beetle will be taken down as Addison and Escalation enjoy the spoils of war.
Now they just got to catch this guy. They got him. Nope.
Maybe, yeah, they probably got it.
They probably got it, but he
went
he's a blood. There he
invisible.
goes.
There he is. He's dead. Yeah. Well, that was a quick piece of action.
It's not over here. It's not over here. They are going to fight 6 as well. But over on Mon JP, the action is, as Robin will call it, thick and heavy.
We are on Tamashi for the camera.
I'll head over to Tamashi for that instead of Mon JP then.
Alrighty. Tamashi.
He's fighting Surf.
Are breaking through the lines here. Remember, everybody wants a piece of the action here. All those people that were masked up. This is pretty much the go-to zone now. The action has been declared in Everwinter Gorge. All different types of Zergs from all over the world are going to be engaging. Look at this engagement, though, onto the front lines of Elevate. Massive engagements coming in from Trap. Soaking it up pretty goddamn well. And now the return comes out. Our Trap going to have the same outcome. A lot of dead bodies dropping all over that eastern flank. Western side, though, it looks like those rats of Homie are causing chaos on the back lines of Trap as well. It looks like that change really didn't do much.
The rats are still out. The rats are still out.
They're out in force.
But you have to remember, this is also the first week where they're dealing with it. You'll probably see people starting to do it less and less as it becomes more and more of an aggravation.
Indeed. And look at this. Trap funneling through some of the tight choke points around the outpost here. Dior taking full advantage of this. Are Trap going to find anything on the return? Nope. We know how impactful Dior's support players are. They are some of the best in the whole entire game. Tamashi's carry on advancing forward. Look at this choke point. They're all going down at the moment. So many people getting caught off guard. Here comes the Campland. Massive clump. Nothing in terms of defensives here for the Trap Alliance. And it's going to be a massive deletion from Tamashi and Elevate, and the push continues as it looks like Trap are indeed broken on this northeast flank. Cluster Q still activated here though, Shozen.
Yeah, but Robin, that clump right there that you just mentioned is exactly the reason why all of those rats are still here and following Tamashi and Dior. These guys just devastate their opponents time in and time out. Like they're just constantly crushing people and leaving behind big piles of bags.
Indeed, and I mean, they just leave them there. Looks like some of the rats are going to get caught off guard here. Homie going to lose one or two. As I bounce to... Nope. Have content.
Well, Addison just finished off 6 over here in High Stone Lock. He was getting quite a bit of content during that last engagement of that Tamashi had up here against the Trap Alliance, but it looks like he is done for now. He's got to go find somebody else to hunt down.
Alrighty. It's like Surf are the blob that just came in via Cluster Q and Everwinter Gorge, but they are leaving via that southwest door. Also, Militant are looking to join into the fight as well as they re-gear in Meltwater Bog, about to zone into Gorge as well.
I have been told that Addison expects to have another bit of content in a few moments. I will bring us back to that when it starts back up again.
Alrighty. Just going to go check Razor Rock Passage as well. Someone just gave me a bit of info on that one. I'll see if anything's kicking off in this map. What do we have here? We do have a little bit of content. We got Make Albion Great Again. Let me try and find us a tank. Bad. Okay. Could have just spelled it correctly. There we go.
He can't spell that one correctly. That one's already taken.
Bad dog. Well, we are on the 3OG Alliance. We got Make Albion Great Again in here. They're up against the Test Alliance currently fighting over the territory here in Razor Rock Passage. It looks like 3OG a little bit shaky on getting their men all together and where they want to go. Looking at their party UI, not many people here, but they're still willing to take the fight. Here comes the Camland defensive and ushering down already. Damnation did hit the Galaclap connecting, but Enigmatic Staffs are down for the front line, though Test did lose one. Is the Galaclapper going to go down on the return? He does. Purple Thorn hits the ground. Bad Dog nearly hits the ground as well. Resets coming down as it looks like Make Albion Great Again are pulling back out southeast just a little bit. Pretty sure their DPS is lacking. I'm seeing 2 Galaclappers, some Longbows, some Bridled Furies here. Not much of anything else, though. They are going to be rotating just around the map. They have such a small Zerg, but they do have a Chariot here as well. Interesting. But they're looking already for another return engagement. So with their Zerg comp right here, the melee comp, they actually have to get inside the territory to be effective. They only have 2 range DPS for their whole entire Zerg, it seems. So if they're looking to engage, they have to actually send it into the territory itself.
That's probably not a great build for a group on Invasion Day, being all melee like that, because you're going to spend so much time trying to get into territories.
Yep, and I mean, the mobs are here still, currently whacking the people trying to claim the territory. I'm wondering if there's a boss team on this or not. There is a boss team of Test. Only got 1 bar of the Elite Vengeful Guardian Lord down for the time being. So Test are holding on for dear life here to stop the push. It looks like Night Helms are getting popped. The Camland connecting. Galaclap failing to get an execute off, unfortunately, as a little bomb comes in over the wall. 1 rat. I don't know what that guy was doing, Sir Pipsis. I think he just ventured out into the Outlands by mistake. But Test here, finally making a move. Grovekeeper connecting, DPS Longbows raining down. Looks like explosive arrows were not popped though, unfortunately, so Bad Dog will be A-okay. And now we're going to see a foe send it. Camline connecting, Armor Pierce in. There goes the Perma and the Brimstone connecting as well. Curse Skull over the wall. And that was a very nice engagement by 3OG here.
Well, I've been told that there's content on Seed, and he is not online. I don't know why they would tell me to go to him.
Alrighty. Well, that's Arch for you. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know who's calling.
Okay, I got the error then. Okay, thanks. Great. Awesome.
I take everything back. Well, it looks like Bad Dog and the boys of 3OG are pushing themselves all the way into the territory here as they break ranks. Galaclap's coming in, connecting as well. Test getting reinforcements, it seems like, from the eastern side. 3OG, they need to push in. They need to make their presence felt on this platform where Bad Dog is currently standing. They can't be clumping up over to the western side. They need to push in. It looks like they're going to send it over to the east. Test could get caught off guard here. Grail Seeker is down, but is it going to be enough to stop the push? Bad Dog just can't get out over there. Finally, snare charge into the permafrost. I don't know what he's reflecting there. But it looks like Testo are going to lose quite a few on the retreat. No return engagement coming out from Test as of yet. Some Qs and Ws though coming out onto the shot caller. Bad Dog, it seems. Heals are down. The push continues.
All right. It looks like Seed is about to go in right now on top of the Odin? Odin.
Alrighty.
I don't recognize these guys. A lot of these NA alliances are new to me.
Indeed. Well, here
Quite
we
a
go.
few of Odin, though, as they are getting pushed back against Arch. Arch just overwhelming numbers here. Seed needs to do a little bit better job of getting to the front of this battle so we can actually see some fighting. He is scared of that creeping repeater. It's okay.
Yep, Arch sitting here with a level 49 disarray debuff. Cluster Q is activated.
That's
as
pretty
we would
big.
expect.
I don't know what their opponents have. I'm going to go check that out, see if it's anywhere near a 49. I don't think that it is.
I don't know, but Odin are doing what you're not meant to do versus Arch, and that's just carry on fleeing. You're meant to be hitting these turns. Cluster Q, I mean, disarray debuff is what's going to be playing into your advantage here versus Arch, as Arch always have such a large debuff. Shozen?
Now, Odin's doing pretty good here. They brought a 32 to the fight, which is not bad. That's actually pretty good. But against a, what was that, 50, 59?
52 at the moment.
52. Okay.
It's still quite a large force. There is also Arch with 2 H's in the zone as well. I just saw them northwest chasing down Odin. Seed a little bit late to the party with the rotations and getting his group into place here. Still a little bit slow on the rotation. And it looks like Odin could be calling a get out if you can here, maybe? Not 100% sure. A couple members are going to go down here.
I just got a message from the Lonely Men. They are actually just capping tonight. And it is Eric Saval. He is the one who will be leading that one tonight. So I'll keep an eye on him if he does get content.
Okie dokes. Who's this in here? Trap just zoned into Surf. I'm on Dominant for the time being as he's holding bridge position here in Drownfield Sink. That blob to the northwest is Trap. Dominant mounting up and looking to go right for them. This is Surf's main home zone, Drownfield Sink, so they're looking to keep this this territory for themselves. Dominant going to be dismounting, and the fight should be commencing here very shortly. Quite a nice area of the map. If Tazzik wants to pull up the mini-map real quick and take a little zoom in, this area, I mean, holding this bridge in the center is very nice. You only have your 2 water choke points split heavily away from the wooden bridge itself to the north and to the southwest. So if a Zerg does split off and tries to flank you, you're going to see it. Like the blob will appear, and you're going to have enough time to react. The wooden bridge itself, you got south vision angle where Dominant's currently holding, So he's on an advantage on many different fronts at the moment. Trap need to be careful.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's an interesting situation building up over in over with was that Eric Saval. I'm gonna give you guys that his name. Poe just showed up. We might have content over there.
Alrighty, it looks like Trap are posturing here on the other side. Both Zergs are dismounted here. Dominant playing a little bit safe. I don't think Trap will push that wooden bridge. If they do, they're going to be in for a surprise. I'm starting to see that blob shift as well to the southwest. The tier 1 blob just zoned in from the northwest side. Is Dominic going to flee here? He is going to flee this fight. As Trap wrap around on that south water bridge here, and it looks like they are out of the zone.
All right, I think actually I got content over in Green Hollow Vale as well. Let's see if it's already over. I'm just getting reports of Absolution versus the guys in Arch. So let me get you this tank.
Alrighty.
Okay, Bazan.
Hey, Bazan.
And I'm getting reports that Seed is also fighting as well. Okay.
Alrighty, we got a Grail Seeker POV. I'm gonna switch it onto the.
We could head over to
shot
Seed if
caller.
you want to get that.
46. There we go. That's a shot call here for Absolution.
Yeah, let's watch from their perspective for a little while.
Yeah, we don't really we see Arch at EU. Let's
See
give
them
some of
every
these-
week, actually, at least
Yeah.
once.
Looks like Absolution though are getting pushed hard here to the east. It looks like a little bomb squad coming in right on top of the front lines of Arch here. That's going to get deleted, as that member of Arch that was shot calling, I believe, was spamming punish them, and he just got punished on the deletion there. They are still getting wrapped here. They need to be careful in terms of positioning. Arch do have the numbers, and they will just engulf anybody that comes at them. Some big engagements coming in. Not enough DPS follow-up, and look at this already. Look at the whole entire map here as Arch red name tags piling in all around Absolution at the moment. They're in a sticky situation.
Yeah, I'm actually having a hard time getting to your guy here. I've been sent on a world tour, so I can't see it.
So does it matter? He is dead.
Yeah,
He just got
whatever
deleted.
you typed in there isn't getting me anywhere.
Oh, he's dead now. So rip. Back onto Seed then, I guess.
Yep.
Alrighty, and the push continues towards the northeast corner of the map. Arch just funneling through here. Absolution going through the tightest choke point of the bank, and they're going to get clumped, dumped, spanked, and there it is. That's over for them. That's it. It's GG. Unless they have something left in the tank here from the southeast side, I doubt it, as they are still getting Hand of Justice clumped and dumped. Deletions, armor pierce coming in here. Arch stepping up their CVZ game. We've heard rumors over the last couple of weeks that Arch are actually trying to get their Zerg to be somewhat decent in the ZVZ field, and people following calls, dropping damage when they're meant to, supports, healers, everything doing what they're meant to. And so far, we've seen them do pretty well tonight here for the NA invasion. So props to Arch and the shot callers getting the boys in line. It's about time.
Eric Savale is that last one is an I capitalized, so I think it's still Eric Savale, but with two I's at the end. He is currently fighting against PoE. You have the Lonely Men versus Redemption. Oh, no, that's not PoE. That is somebody I don't know. Ender?
Alrighty. Ender, yep. Never heard of these guys before, but it looks like the Lonely Men do have a piece of content here in the tunnel of all places. So max AoE escalation on all sides. We are on a POV of a glaive, of all things, for ZVZ. Don't know what you're doing there, but cool. Interesting.
Big harpoon angle, yeah.
Just fling them back.
Flick!
And then you just get focus fire, and you can't kill them.
Well, that's why you have a special group that's job is to attack them. Remember, we used to talk about this? You want to have a 5-man focus fire group that is there to take out shot callers.
Yep. Oh, we may see it in action here as the healers are getting flicked back, chained back, and there goes the deletion.
Not a bad strategy. I mean, if you can have that discipline in your group to only have 5 or 6 people attacking a target, you can solo people, grab them, flick them out, harpoon them, whatever you need to do in order to isolate them and take them down and eliminate the shot callers. We saw for a while last season that became a very common strategy early on in the season.
Indeed, and look at this turn here from Enders. I did swap over to the POV that Sean just put in the chat there as a forward tank. A very aggressive support player, actually. Grail Seeker Wind Wall setup, normally there for the defensive plays, but he's out there being an offensive player as he's getting up in the face of Enders here as they're still kiting into the high heavens. A massive deletion just happened on their rear end. They're about to get sandwiched. This is the end of Ender, it seems. Massive clump coming in. And our POV decides to take a step back. Well,
that is a pretty quick end for Ender there. Who's over the top there? Is that more Ender? It does look like it, yeah. Not a lot, just returning forces or people who got split off who are just showing up over the top.
Yep, and they may try and make it back through that one island choke point across that wooden bridge here in the tunnel that we see so many people try to make their way to. Actually, CBT is the alliance over to the eastern side that hit the rear end of Enders, forcing the sandwich maneuver here. So it looks like Hogs are working with CBT because they're not going to be engaging, it looks like, as they back off. And it looks like it's just cleanup crew here versus Ender. It's going to be a victory for the Hogs.
Not bad. Oh, we've got another very full zone. Let me go check out Giant Walled Edge.
Okie dokes.
I'm going to go see what kind of content we have over there. Because it's full. It is full over here. I'm just going to say that. There's definitely some fighting going on the territory. It is PoE versus somebody. Oh, maybe it's not PoE. It's P-Girl? P-Girl?
Interesting. Never heard of them.
Never heard of them. You meet new people every time you play.
Amazing. Looks like
Tamashi
and them are working their way home, maybe? Unless they're shifting across the whole entire world, man. Maybe they got word that Arch is out in force. Addison as well. I just hopped on Addison.
We have content on Locura 157 over here in Giant Walled Edge. This is pretty much a full zone here. Cluster Q is under effect. So we're getting a little bit of content here by somebody we've never seen before.
Alrighty, yeah. Oh, wow.
Here comes P-Girl.
Yeah, they're coming in force, making their presence felt here. Is the boys going to find a return here? A lot of defenses going down. Some big clumps. Okay, nice deletion on top of the mage. It looks like the territory... Yeah, the territory's been claimed here by... Is it Coley? Cali?
Coley, yeah.
Cali?
Something like that.
Coley?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Got some numbers in there as well.
Full deep. Full deep.
Yeah, full deep here. They are... What's their debuff? That group on the west must be massive.
Well, we are seeing another fight over there on the western flank outside of the territory. Somebody is pushing in on the backside of P-Girl. I'm going to hop over there because there's so many skulls over here. It is the... Is it the Gun Alliance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have never seen them either.
Nope. I got to say tank over here for the gun POV. It looks like the boys are getting hit hard here as P-Girl get reflected, and then the return engagement coming in thick and fast here for Guns Alliance. Very nice.
Oh, using the giant shoes, making some big guns for Inferno here.
He looks like he is looking for a return engagement. Nice defensive inertia ring coming down. Be careful with the Icicle E just raining through the grass here. Hard to see as it blends in quite a bit. Just posturing here, looking for the next return engagement. Grovekeeper E going to connect with 2 or 3. Hand of Justice follows it up. Permafrost with the Mist Piercer, piercing that clump. Very nicely done. P-Girls were looking for a return engagement, but it looks like the call was made for them to retreat back up northeast. And the guns are going to be able to stabilize here in Giant Willed Edge.
And while they're stabilizing, Addison is hunting down more members of the Odin Alliance. They are on the retreat. They're on the back foot already, as these guys in Escalation made very quick work of this slightly lesser known group, Odin.
Yep, and our POV just got deleted there as we were saying they were stabilizing. And we'll try and find us a decent new POV. I have one.
We're going to head back over to Lacura, see what they're doing over in that zone. Still fighting on the territory. So our original POV is fighting yet a different guild and alliance over here on the territory. Is it Trig? Trig, yeah. Another alliance. So that's 4 alliances fighting right now in a Giant Walled Edge. And Addison is about to fight Arch. So we're going to have AoE Escalation versus Arch, something they know all about. I would say that is like their arch nemesis, if you will. And I'm not talking about like nemesis inside of Arch.
Oh boy. We have another alliance joining the fight here as well. The Limbs Alliance has joined the fight in Giant Willed Edge. Lucky Wolf seems a little bit lost on where he needs to be and what he needs to do as he just wanders around the battlefield. Is Lakara pushed out?
No, he's still in the territory.
Okay, we'll switch over to him as they're holding defensive position here, trying to battle off 2 fronts, east and west. Some crazy action happening over here on the eastern side of the world map between the Lyndhurst and Fort Sterling portals for NA. I thought it was going to be a bit of content over here. I wasn't expecting 5 different alliances all on the same map without cluster queue activated, shall we say, as well.
Well, it was for a period. It isn't any longer. When I first got here, this zone was completely packed. But when you have 5 alliances trying to get into a single zone, anybody else who's coming in might go, there might be enough in here. There might be enough. I could probably find content somewhere else.
Yeah, it looks like Cooley's their DPS a little bit hesitant to push out and engage. It seemed like just then the tanks were finding some very nice clumps on the western side. They need to be careful though. Those bombs will be coming over the wall. There comes the Camlands connecting on those clumps. Defensive Eagle also was used here. This could be a perfect time for Cole to re-engage on the western side. Some big clumps on the front line. But the permafrost are raining down those energy shapers as well, just causing max damage to those frontline tanks for Coley. That eastern side holding on strong, though.
I've gotten reports that conflict is in the action right now as they are about to engage on Cryon right now versus M3R. And, well, actually, it's all of 6, as we have Purify here, too. And Conflict doing work, pushing through the 6 Alliance, doing great content here. Nice to see from the old school Conflict. I'm glad to see they were able to get out of the retirement home.
Yep, it's good to see them back once again. Taking on the 6 Alliance, it could be quite an interesting battle. The territory in this zone has already been claimed. Watch out for those Galaclappers. It looks like 6 a little bit split here from west to east. Conflict doing a very good job of cleaning up anybody that's inside of them at the moment. Just making sure their backline isn't getting punished by any melees and tanks that are just hovering around here. And it looks like now focus is on that southwest side. Cryon edging up here in Driftwood Hollow. with the full force of 3 OG. Level 35 disarray debuff within the zone. It looks like 6 are calling a mount up and get out if you can. And there it goes. Easy work here for the Free OG Alliance.
Yeah, not too bad. And I did get a message that they did not leave the retirement home. They actually just improved their internet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
They put a message into the complaints department.
ooh, not great. I'm back on Lakura.
He's
back
still
in
fighting
Giant.
here.
Yeah, they're still fighting.
Yeah, still has this 5-way battle going on over in Giant Walled Edge. Very big club to the northeast. Great engagement. Fantastic deletion by these guys in Cali. Just doing the work here. And they've also got another engagement down to their south. They got to be... Wait, Robin, that's a 6th alliance. That's a different alliance.
Yeah,
Limes?
The Limes that's the 5th that I called out from before.
All right, yeah, I didn't see
They
them,
just
man.
got sent back home, dude. Like, they tried bombing over that tower, dude. They had no locusts, no Judicator armors for the return engagement, no defenses at all, and they just got deleted. Looks like they're trying to do something over here on the western side, but P-Girls were, they know what they're doing. Midnight D knows what they're doing when it comes to ZVZs. They're not going to get caught off guard like that, but that Lim group just got annihilated there. That's surely going to be probably one of our top clips here from NA Invasion tonight. That's for sure. But these guys are still holding on strong, Shozen.
Yeah, they're doing a great job taking care of this territory that they just earned today. They don't want to give it up to these guys, and they're doing the best they can to defend it from all sides here, as it feels like it's 4v1.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty here. Another nice little deletion here onto the front line. Need to be careful. Those weepings will be coming up over the wall. We know how powerful it is, but this eastern side looks like the eastern flank is down. The bomb damnation pierce for the western side as well. Luckily for them, no DPS were coming in, but they lost a massive chunk on that eastern side here. And this could be the beginning of the end, unless they get some sort of reinforcements coming in shortly. Not looking great.
No, they are kind of getting dwindled down here. Just every engagement when they lose 2 players, that's too much for them, as their opponents just have them completely outnumbered, and they just lost 6.
Yep, and our
that's
POV.
far too many. Yeah, that is it. It was a good showing by these guys in Cali, but it does look like the pressure has been put on. They are getting hit at the tower now, pushed all the way back. You do have one more push to push out, but P-Girl really trying to get in there.
Yep, I mean, they're not giving up yet. Another big clump on our new POV on the eastern side. Actually uses Grovekeeper E to get out of that engagement. That is something you definitely do not want to do as a Grovekeeper. Using the Guardian, the Judicator armor as well on this setup. Overcharges, I hear, are breaking as well. It's not looking good. It's 38 minutes past the timer. I didn't even realize it was 38 minutes past the timer, Shozen.
It flies by once the content starts, Robin. It's over in a heartbeat.
Does not stop here. As another good engagement comes in. Good defensives down from Coley. They need to be careful with the second wave on the western side. Soaked up just fine for the time being. Multiple different callers using their different sets of cooldowns here. Looks like the return onto the frontline tanks are going to be impactful with a little help from the Sentry Mage. But here we go. This is the next rotation I was talking about. The eastern side come collapsing in. I try doing what they can here, and it looks like Coley are going to lose quite a few on that engagement. And it looks like they're setting up with another bomb squad on the north side as well. And I believe we got a little bit of content on Dominant as well.
Yes, we do. Over here in Drownfield Rut versus the Trap Alliance, Domna is fighting over one of those nasty little river chokes.
Alrighty, let's hop on over to that because it looks like Coley are on their last legs. We don't want to miss the Titans battling it out, and we come in straight away to a good engagement onto the front line, but Trap are going to soak it up A-OK. Are Trap going to full send it? Looks like they're just going to focus frontline here on the return engagement. 1 or 2 members going to go down, but it's not as impactful as Trap were expecting here. The back and forth continues. The battle for the choke point is going to be insane. Whoever breaks through first is going to be winners here. Nice engagement. Permafrost connecting. Reject Party losing 1 or 2 as well. Trap Can't find anything on the return there. Very nicely done here from the Surf Alliance so far.
Yeah, they have been one of the continuously good groups out here in Albion doing work. I did interview Dominic not that long ago, and he said that he was going to be scaling back the Surf Alliance and focusing more on Title itself and the guilds that make up Title, as there are a number of them that work together as a singular entity. But it seems like they're very effective today, going against a very, very strong alliance in Trap.
Indeed, and the back and forth Trap, it looks like they are gaining ground here. Dominant's stuck as he's getting CC'd. He's getting chained back, actually. He's getting kidnapped.
Oh,
This is what
no.
we're talking about before he's dead.
No, I just talked about this. It's over. We need a new POV.
I will try and find us one real quick. I don't know if Surf will flee here or they're going to faux send it.
They've got a couple of different shot callers here, as they have gone right back in without any hesitation, just sending it right back.
Yep, and look at this. Trap trying to make their way, trying to breach the choke point, gets shut down instantly here by Surf. Surf, though, starting to edge their way back to the western side. They're going to start giving up some room here, allowing Trap to slowly trickle in some of these forward tanks. It looks like
Do we want to switch perspectives onto Mon JP? Oh, you've got
I got
on it. Okay,
yep.
yep. Thank you.
Yeah, the back and forth, nice knock-up defensives are down here left and right. A lot of locusts getting used there from Surf. That could have been devastating if someone from Trap was calling that out. Double locust used for nothing. That could have been crazy. Nice little shutdown here. Trap trying to edge their way back through the choke point once again. Back and forth. Big clumps coming in. Demon armor reflections left, right, and center. Some big clumps on this northwest side. Not enough damage to follow up and secure any kills here for Trap. But their tanks are starting to break through the lines. Can they secure a footing here and keep the pressure? It doesn't look like it. Defensive Beetle on the choke point going to silence everybody passing through it. Looks like Trap are trying to get a faux reset here and get themselves back together. But on the other hand, that's going to allow Surf to do the exact same thing. Oh, those gloves. Oh, that was a punch and a half right there.
You like that, did you?
Oh, I do. Yeah, here we go. Engagement back in. I see the rats circling as well to the western side. Trap. This could be the faux send that they were looking for. Some big clumps coming in. The brimstones connecting where they needed to be. But that debuff playing into massive effect here. And the Surf are now going to look for a return. That Beetle, though, full reject party playing out of its mind. Just shutting down any engagement that Surf is trying to put back out on that choke point. Crosby for reject party there on the Beetle. Shout out to him for playing out of his mind here in Drownfield Rut. Though, are they getting flanked? Nope, never mind. It's just a random wild melee DPS player playing deep.
Happens.
It does indeed.
That was some pretty good timing on that flick and isolate kill there on our tank POV. Like they were reading our minds.
Indeed. Yes.
Or maybe they were listening just a little while ago and we caught up.
Could have been. Surf, though, playing super aggressive still here, trying to find those clumps. Once again, getting shut down. Crosby, look at that. Beetle just sitting there. So this is something that Surf are failing to do. Qs and Ws on the Beetle. Get it. Force a remount here. That's what they need to do if they're looking to faux send an engagement. Looks like they're going to be using two different sets of cooldowns now, as one group just engaged. Trap going to lose one or two members on the front line. Trap finding nothing for the return. I don't know what happened to Trap. Did they lose their shot caller? Dominant is back as well.
Well, they have
on the
two shot callers here. They have at least two over here for Trap. I did see Mon JP as well as Angelique over here just a little while ago. So it does look like they're fleeing, though. It looks like they're picking up and moving.
Yep, it looks like, yeah, Dominant is back. I hopped on back onto Dominant. They're going to catch one or two members. Trap, I don't know why they ran. It's rats over here. Okay, nope, they're coming back. They just hit the rear end of Surf real hard. A lot of people getting left behind here as Dominant is charging northwest.
Yeah, he is very far away from where that engagement is taking place, Robin. I was in the back over with our old tank, and they're getting taken down.
Yeah, they're leaving them to die over there. I don't know why.
Okay.
Very weird. Oh, I just had word that Savage had a bit of content on him. Unfortunately, I did not get there in time. Blue Dawn just messaged me as well, saying he
On the
currently
tanks
has.
and Addison, both. I'm getting lots of content right now. So heading over to Addison, and then I'm going to take a look what On the Tanks is doing as well. They're probably fighting each other. But Addison is fighting, yep, against Arch. So that would be, yep.
Yep. Cool. Alrighty, Addison fully engaging here on the guards. Those level 1 guards just causing massive pressure
damage.
on his,
so much
on
damage.
his Zerg right here. Get him out of here.
You gotta clear him out. You don't want your healers getting taken down by those.
Definitely not. Addison, though, finally starting to edge up here. No, chooses to go back. Playing very hesitant here versus Arch. Let's see how this plays out. Still just trying to clear up some of the guards here as well.
Meanwhile, Dom is just collapsed back on top of Trap. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, it's still
Lots
kicking
of
off over
content.
there?
Yeah, he's hunting down the groups again. Like, they grouped up, and he hunted it down, and he sent it back, and fight's already over again. It was quick.
Yeah, very, very interesting situation that just unfolded between them two. How Dominant just, like, booked it to the northwest. He may have got info that someone was coming in, but we're going to switch back onto Addison, as it looks like the engagements are flowing here versus Arch in Battle Break Grassland. Territory is claimed. It looks like Arch is collapsing from all angles at the moment. Good defenses coming down from Escalation here. Where's the return engagement? It's not going to be anywhere at the moment, but a bomb squad comes in to hit the rear. I thought that was going to be a faux deletion, but it's Arch. Only tickled them, unfortunately for them. But this is what I mean. Arch using a bomb squad now in ZVZ.
Arch is trying. They're trying to get better. They're banning bags and like saying that if you loot during fights, you're gonna get kicked. You won't be invited back. And you know, they're watching their VODs and they're paying attention to their shot callers. They're trying to bring in new shot callers, so it's not just lint liquor. You know, like there's actual like progress being made inside of Arch, and it's honestly pretty cool.
It is, and I mean, if they keep up the whole of season 15, they got to play with.
Oh my God! Look at that!
It just wasn't enough.
Oh, but they tried real hard, Robin.
That was a perfect bomb right there.
Yeah, like, that was pretty good. That was that against Escalation. That's top notch.
Yeah, I mean, can you do me a favor and grab Arch's debuff real quick?
Yeah.
Because AoE Escalation, they currently have a 24 disarray debuff.
It is level 40, so there's a good difference between
big
those.
Difference. So the way that AoE the way that disarray debuff works is, so AoE Escalation has 24, Arch has a 40 something. So the number in between, you know, that's the actual disarray that's playing into effect here. That's going to reduce damage output, reduce CC timings for Arch as well. So everything currently plays in favor of Escalation at the moment. That's why we saw the bomb that just happened twice not fully delete. If that was anything else where it was an even disarray debuff, we probably would have saw Escalation get fully deleted on that bomb. But unfortunately, disarray debuff playing into the arms of Escalation at the moment. And it's a back and forth continuous here on the choke point. Not enough kills getting secured here for AoE Escalation on these engagements.
Yeah, it seems a little soft right now from Escalation, honestly, their engagements. I expect them to be a little bit more bloodthirsty and put the nail in the coffin on these guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we see time and time again when people play against Arch. You gotta be super aggressive. You gotta keep pinning them in. You gotta not give them any chance for breathing room, allowing them to wrap around you and, you know, gain control of the fight. But Addison right now, the way that he's calling this and retreating back constantly to the farm and rotating east to west, there's no need for this.
Well, he
can
might
just-
have word that he's got like somebody behind him or something, because he keeps pulling back like he's looking for something or looking for like a flank or something. But you're right. I think that he just needs to full send, go in deep, and come out the other side. Do the old AAA style. Go full Gucci banana on this.
Yep, playing super aggressive here. Nice little flank, though, did come in around to the eastern side, deleting a couple frontline tanks for Arch. No return engagement from Arch, unfortunately. And now we're seeing the old wraparound through the farm plot once again. I believe that group to the southeast is that little tiny bomb squad of Arch. For the time being, I probably wouldn't pay that much attention to if I was Addison here, mainly focusing the group that's just sitting inside of the territory. Here comes the Night Helms, the boots are popped. Defensive Grail Seekers coming down along with the Eagle over the wall. That's going to stop the engagement dead in its tracks here. Very nicely done by Arch with the defensive plays. They're finding it. Brimstone connecting on top, very slow. Didn't pop his Scholar Robe, unfortunately, on that engagement. That's why it took so long to come down. I gained 10 years of my life watching that Brimstone fall. But yeah, it's a back and forth. 51 minutes past the timer here for the NA invasion, and we still have content flowing. And finally, Addison hears the call. He pushes in, but no, he's going to back up here. Doesn't gain control of the center platform. His Zerg's going to get caught off in the choke point here. Arch raining down DPS. This was a mistake play here from Addison. They could lose quite a few. They are split on top of the platform and to the southwest side. Oh my god, what was that play? It looks like he's trying to stabilize here. He's looking to re-engage again, but Archer just raining down DPS. Look at these.
Now he's going, and this is what he
There we
needs to
go.
do, is make those kind of moves. Make it like a loop. Go in like you're going to do a loop. Go around, clear them out, come back out again, and then get it on a timer so that you can come in, get 2 or 3 claps, have your guys ready to go so that they are clapping in separate areas, all on separate rotations, and get yourself out. You don't want to be stuck in here on the inside waiting for timers. You got to get back out, but you do need to push through. So it's a little bit of a, you have to do both.
Yep, and it looks like he's finally doing it. He's finally finding those big clumps and those big deletions here as Arch stagger and stack up on top of the Sentry Mage. Obviously, Sentry Mage defensives are up here. That means the Sentry Mage has to get killed before Escalation can push on top of the tower itself, or they're going to get fried.
They're gonna be toasted in just a moment here, but they're doing fairly well against a very, very good group in AoE escalation. So mad props to Arch for showing up today and doing this. They need to keep taking on hard fights like this, and there's nobody who's better at taking an outmatched fight than escalation. So that's a really good group for Arch to practice against, because they're generally going to have to go against smaller groups, and they have to learn to fight when they are fighting against a negative disarray.
Definitely. It's a massive learning curve for them. It's like Addison and the group of Escalation just trying to clean up whatever's left on the tower. Arch not really finding anything in terms of a return engagement, unfortunately for them. Addison just cartwheels in to see what's happening. Very nice counter engagement with the Soul Scythe there to the eastern side. That was a nice little play there from Addison. Very nicely done. And the back and forth continues. I guess we can maybe start winding it down here, Shozen, because it's 53 minutes past. And this fight is coming to a close here. It has been an insane NA invasion in terms of content. It's not very often we go this far in terms of the timer.
Well, we say that every time, Robin, but I have to say, like, the last 3, maybe 4 invasions now, NA has proven to go the distance. It's been just as effective as the EU as far as providing content. Things have really changed ever since the Lands Awakened update, and just the activity that we're seeing across both invasion timers. So it's been great to see. And you're right. We're not used to this because we only see these NA groups on invasion day. But oh damn, Robin, they're all getting murdered. They're getting murdered.
Yep, Archer bailing out north side of the territory there. That was going to be the final blow here as escalation cleanup, and they're probably just trying to get down the mage now to try and get hold of those loot bags. But yeah, we can start wrapping up here. If the audience at home want to check out any of our previous content throughout last season and beyond in the past, they can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AlbionTV, where you can find all the 5v5 20 versus 20 Crystal League coverage, along with all the war reports and Invasion Day battles. You can check out our daily shows and interviews. I'm sorry, Shozen, what was that face that you just made? I was looking at you on cam, dude, and I couldn't finish it. I'm cracking up, dude. What was that face, dude?
I don't know.
Like pure disgust. Like, were you looking at global chat again?
Something was going on. Going on. I'm not going to get into it.
But yeah, youtube.com/AlbionTV. Once again, 5v5, 20 versus 20 Crystal League coverage, along with all the war reports and Invasion Day battles. We got the daily shows and interviews, but if you're looking to listen to the interviews, maybe in a different format, say MP3, on the way to work, on the way home from work, on the way to school, who knows, you can. Where can they find that too, Shozen?
They can find that over on soundcloud.com/AlbionTV or any place that they regularly listen to podcasts by typing in Albion TV into their search bar. We've done over 100 interviews with some of the most interesting and charismatic individuals in all of Albion Online, as well as members of the Sandbox Interactive Development Team. So if you're interested in learning about how the game was made or what's going on behind the scenes, the politics, or even the history of Albion, head over to soundcloud.com/AlbionTV. But that's if you want to listen to the past. We're going to be back here on Tuesday with brand new content and an all new AO Daily Show, as we are going to have a brand new guest on the Daily Show. I shouldn't even say guest. We're going to have a new host. The format is changing. Bogle will still be there. He'll still be working the cameras and taking care of all of the back end. But we have a new co-host starting with us next week, joining me. Robin, do you want to fill in the audience onto who that is?
It's me. It is me. I am joining the Daily Show. And I mean, moving into next week, we have a lot to cover. So much has happened. We got roundtable posts to go over, guild management, all that stuff. We got patch notes to go over for. We got a roadmap dev talk coming out as well.
Yep, yeah, we're gonna announce when that's gonna happen.
Exactly. So breaking news on our front for when that roadmap will be announced. There's a lot of announcements happening. But yeah, a lot to look forward to going into season 15 and beyond. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how everything unfolds. This season's going to get very messy. A lot of HQs have been going down throughout the off season. When I've just been playing on my personal account, there has been like 2-3 hideouts going down, literally nearly every zone I go into. So a lot of guilds in the Outlands now for us to cover, Shozen. I'm looking forward to season 15.
Yeah, as soon as that Lands Awakened patch dropped, that content update that came with the beginning of last season, we saw more and more mid-tier guilds finding the strength they needed to venture out on their own, and it has continued into this season. All new alliances, guilds that have not been out in the Outlands before are now venturing out. The cities are bursting at the seams out here in the Outlands. It is going to be a very wild season, and I look forward to covering it with new names and new wars to report on.
Indeed. But that's it from us for the NA Invasion. Join us on Tuesday if you can for our content happening starting at 1800 UTC. But until then, have a glorious evening, everybody. Adios.
Good night.